Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, sir. My name is Paula Palomar. So today, I will discuss my report about constitutional basis. What do you mean by constitutional basis? The basic principles and laws of a nation, state, or social group that determine the powers and duties of the government and guarantee certain rights to the people in it. A written instrument embodying the rules of a political or social organization. Principle. The 1987 Constitution, the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. Preamble. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspiration, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of a law and a regime of truth, justice, freedom, and love, equality, and peace to ordain and promulgate this Constitution. The Article 1, National Territory. The national territory comprises the Philippine archipelago with all the islands and waters embraced therein, and all the other territories over with the Philippines has sovereignty or jurisdiction consisting of its terrestrial sea, the seabed, the subsoil, the insular shelves, and other submarine areas. The waters around between the connecting the island of the archipelago, regardless of their breadth and dimension, form part of the internal waters of the Philippines. Muna siya Article 1 under the constitutional basis in the Philippines. So Article 2, the Declaration of Principles and State Policies. So Principle, Section 1. The Philippines is democratic and republican state. Sovereignty resides in the people and the government authority emanates from them. So Section 2, the Philippines renounces war as an instrument of national policy, adopts the generally accepted principle of international law as part of the law of the land and adheres to the policy of peace, equality, justice, freedom, cooperation, and amenity with all nations. Section 3. Civilian authority is at all times supreme over the military. The armed forces of the Philippines is the protector of the people and the state. Its goal is to secure the sovereignty of the state and the integrity of the national territory. Article 2. Declaration of Principles and State Policies. Principle. Section 4. The prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. The government may call upon the people to defend the state, and in the fulfillment thereof, all citizens may be required, under the condition provided by law, to render personal, military, or civil service. Section 5. The maintenance of peace and order, the protection of life, liberty, and the property, and the promotion of the general welfare are essential for the enjoyment by all the people of the blessings of democracy. Section 6. The separation of church and state shall be inviolable. State policies. Section 7. The state shall pursue an independent foreign policy in its relation with other states that paramount consideration shall be national sovereignty, territorial integrity, national interest, and the right to self-determination. In Section 8, the Philippines, consistent with the national interest, adopts and pursues a policy of freedom from nuclear weapons in its territory. In Section 9, the state shall promote a just and dynamic social order that will ensure the prosperity and independence of nation and free the people from poverty through policies that provide adequate social services, promote full employment, a rising standard of living, and all improve quality of life for all. In Section 10, the state shall promote social justice in all spaces of national development. In Section 11, the state values the dignity of every human person and guarantees full respect for human rights. Section 12. The state recognizes the sanctity of family life and shall protect and strengthen the family as basic autonomous social institution. In Section 13, the state recognizes the vital role of the youth in nation building and shall promote and protect their physical, moral, spiritual, intellectual, and social well-being. Section 14. The state recognizes the role of women in nation building and shall ensure the fundamental equality before the law of women and men. In Section 15, the state shall protect and promote the right to health of the people and instill health consciousness among them. In Section 16, the state shall protect and advance the right of the people to a balanced and healthful ecology in accord with the rhyme and harmony of nature. In Section 17, the state shall give priority to education, science and technology, arts and culture, and sport to foster patriotism and national accelerate social progress and promote total human liberation and development. In Section 18, the state affirms labor as a primary social economic force. It shall protect the rights of workers and promote their welfare. In Section 19, the state shall develop a self-reliant and independent national economy effectively controlled by Filipinos. In Section 20, the state recognizes the indispensable role of the private sector, encourages private enterprise, and provides incentives to needed investment. In Section 21, the state shall promote comprehensive rural development and agrarian reform. In Section 22, the state recognizes and promotes the rights of indigenous cultural communities within the framework of national unity and development. In Section 23, the state shall encourage non-governmental, community-based, or sectoral organizations that promote the welfare of the nation. In Section 24, the state recognizes the vital role of communication and information in nation building. Last is Section 25. The state shall ensure the autonomy of local government. In Section 26, the state shall guarantee an equal access to opportunities for public service and prohibit political dynasties as may be defined by law. In Section 27, the state shall maintain honesty and integrity in the public service and take positive and effective measures against graft and corruption. And Section 28, subject to a reasonable condition prescribed by law, the state adopts and implements a policy of full public disclosure of all its transactions involving the public interest. So, unsa gyud siya ka-importante ang constitution. So, a constitution is important because it ensures that those who make decisions on behalf of the public fairly represent public opinion. It is also sets out the ways in which those who exercise power may be held accountable to the people they serve. So that's all, and thank you.